All right, I want to go now to Aimee Zmroczek. She represents Curtis Eddie Smith, and you might remember he's better known as Cousin Eddie. He was indicted for insurance fraud following the roadside suicide attempt. So, Aimee, this is quite a... Well, first, let me get your reaction to A, 3 hours and a verdict, and B, guilty across the board.
I'll tell you, I think that you expressed it most. We don't know what juries are going to do. Last year and a half ago, I tried a 4-week quadruple homicide with an additional attempted murder. It lasted almost 4 weeks, and the jury was out for an hour and a half. So what I've learned is that jurors are going to do what they're going to do. I think that once they make their mind up, and in my opinion, I think they made their mind up with the kennel video. That's something that you just cannot get past.
I think you're right. I think that was the most troubling part of this case for the defense, was the fact that he was on tape and he lied from the get-go about being at the... Why would you? If you were so concerned about finding the killer of your wife and child, why would you lie right away and then keep the lie going? I get it if you're scared and you think, well, I don't want them to think it's me, but he's a lawyer. He knows better. I get you. So here's the other big question, and I don't know if you can answer this, but your client was so bundled up in all of this, right? And now we know that Alex Murdaugh is an admitted liar. And the suggestion from the prosecution was that the roadside shooting that your client's now been bundled into was not what Alec admitted to, an insurance scam to get $10 million and have Eddie kill him. The prosecution instead said, no, this was supposed to look like you were being shot at. You were supposed to survive, and the whole world would think there are a bunch of murderers out trying to find Murdaughs to pick off. What does this verdict do for Eddie now that it's kind of clear the prosecutors prevailed with their theory of what happened at the roadside and that it wasn't an insurance scam?
So I think, honestly, this is the best outcome for Eddie. I'll tell you, Creighton said it, I think in his press conference. He said, the jury saw past his one last scam. I've maintained, and I think in hindsight, Eddie is able to maintain, the same thing. When Alec called him out to the roadside that day, and people always say, oh, he was paid. He wasn't paid. He was, doing what he always did, being manipulated by Alec. And I think that Alec fully intended to shoot Eddie on the side of the road and make him the killer, and all of these problems would have gone away. I don't ever think that it wasn't intentional. He was supposed to survive situation. I absolutely think that if Alec had the way that he wanted it to go, he would have killed Eddie, blamed Eddie for everything, and walked away scot-free.
When does Eddie next have an appearance? When are we going to see some movement in his case?
So hilariously, I texted Creighton and John both right after the verdict, and I said, way to go, guys. See you in court at 10:30 for my bond hearing. A little off the cuff, because clearly they're not going to do my bond hearing tomorrow at 10:30. But I think that this just changed the landscape. I think that the more that the prosecution was able to really look at the way that Alec had manipulated people and the lies that he had told, I think that it's gonna make a real difficult trail to try to go forward on the roadside shootings. Now, there are some other cases that he has to deal with, but I think that this really is a game changer for Eddie. And as a defense attorney, it's hard to be glad when people are convicted, but as a constitutional...
But for you, it works out pretty well. I can see that. Keep us posted, Aimee. Honestly, I'm fascinated to find out what happens in that, because this is another little piece of the puzzle that needs to be tied up. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.